Say frag out. Oh God, bad throw, bad throw, bad throw. Wrap that bandage. Oh God, tree. Staying under cover, moving, shooting, communicating. Cameron worked with mortars. I never worked with any mortars. Hey everybody, my name is Israel Wright. I'm a former Special Forces Green Beret. I've trained in unconventional warfare all around the world, and I was deployed to Iraq in 2008. On this episode of Experts React, I'm going to be looking at Easy Red 2. It's a large-scale World War II tactical simulator, and I didn't even know it existed before right now. But that's kind of exciting, so let's take a look. Joint squad objective, eliminate the enemy in the marked area. Dude, is this like D-Day? Landing on the beaches? That's intense, man. I'm proud of my service, but I never did anything like this. These guys have all my respect. Greatest generation indeed. Certainly when it came to this. So is it all these guys are all together, huh? Man, going through the surf, man, crazy. All right, I got grenades. We got smoke too. Smoke, artillery smoke, calling in for fire. Definitely something assets we had. I don't know about World War II, but I like, you would do rehearsals. You would have clear SOPs, standing operating procedures or standard operating procedures. Because in the chaos of battle, there's all this stuff going on. You need to have clear commands to tell your dudes where to go, right? Oh, already Otis. No, that's so sad. It's like Battlefield 1 kind of thing. Just dying. Just I can't imagine how many dudes died assaulting the beaches at Normandy. Crazy. You got to get low, right? I don't know, in Saving Private Ryan is like spread out, right? You don't want to give them good targets. You want to spread out a little bit. You want to use these things as cover. Cover and concealment, right? That's just cover. Cover stops bullet. Concealment hides you. Is that M1? I don't know what those... check me in the comments. What weapons are we using for this assault? Teamwork is paramount. That's why I like games like this. Games like this, Arma, Squad, where you have to work together. You have to communicate. Communication is vital, really. So you'd have SOPs, right? You have your guys. Everyone got their specialty. Looks like this is a radio dude. You'd probably have checkpoints. You probably would have seen the best intel they could get. Maps. I don't know how accurate it is leading up to that. We got better technology these days. We got radar. There's ways to keep it from being too chaotic. And the big thing is SOPs and clear communication. You know what I mean? If you're a leader and you're leading these guys up, I mean, you have to know your mission backwards and forwards. Everybody did, I'm sure. Know what their part of it was. Know what their main objectives. They probably had objectives along the way, know where they had to get to shut things down, and then the rest is just grit. Oh, I love the map. Sure, live augmented reality maps would have been handy back then. Sure, they had maps with them, Once you get past that chaos of the beach, then you probably head into whatever objective you've got. You got to take out, these bunkers, open up a way for other people to come in. I don't know what artillery would look like if they were calling it in beforehand, maybe softening up the beaches before, popping smoke, right? Man, the marksmanship back then, I did iron sights in basic training, but after that we had sights and all sorts of fun tools, bells and whistles. We had Ear Pro. We had eye pro, helmets, body armor. They didn't have none of that back then, man. That's crazy. If you can master the basics, man, you can take on any force out in the field. Warfare is a lot different back then, it seems, than it is today. My job was primarily to teach in Iraq. We were on a special forces team. I was the 18 Echo. I was the communications guy. So primarily I was in charge of the radio stuff, but we would cross-train. Everybody would know a little bit of everybody else's job. And ideally, a 12-man ODA could split apart, right? Because you had two people on every position. You had Bravo, the weapons, Delta, the medic, you got Charlie, the engineer, and then you had Echo, which is communications. So you can split those teams apart. We were not like a main assault force. We're what's called a force multiplier. So We could train people. We could break off on our own, collect our own intel. We had our own assets, intel assets, create our own packages, mission packages, send it up for approval, and then execute on it. Dude, World War II is crazy, man. It's all about gaining that ground, man. Infantry, we own the last 100 meters. That's the infantry. Everything else is just support. I did my basic training, basic and AIT training all in the same place at Fort Benning, Georgia. It's called OSIT training, one station unit training. And I was 11 Bravo when I started out. And then I got my contract changed. I was going to do Rangers, but I got my contract changed to 18 X-ray. So I got to do the 18 X-ray program back when I was going through. Usually you could do things like where you lay down fire while some guys move up. Oh, it's been so long. Bounding Overwatch, or, you know, Overwatch. Basically, one guy's got an Overwatch position. He lays covering fire. The other guy moves up. Then he lays covering fire. The other guy moves up, and so on and so forth. Bounding Overwatch, and what's the other one? Bounding Overwatch, and then, you know what? Comment section saves me every time. Running up that road, running up that hill. Oh, the heat of battle, maybe you might have to pick up a weapon, man, if yours gets lost. I know, I'm sure on that beach landing, they must have lost a lot of stuff, man. I don't know. You pick up where you can, right? Maybe not this much time. Try to clear, call out, clear distance, direction, right, contact front, 100 meters, or contact right. You would train for all that kind of stuff so that when you're in it, man, you're just reacting, you're reacting. And you process later.
I'll take the lead.
Do we have time for this? Do we really have time to take prisoners? Of course we do.
Charge!
Eliminate enemy forces, take control of the marked area. Nice. Fighting hard. Just got my wife to watch Band of Brothers. That's a husband win right there. I'm under fire. Looks pretty chaotic. I'm sure somebody knows what's going on. Getting cover. Looks like you're trying to take the position. Man, I feel like in this one, you don't have a lot of cover right now. You got some berms and stuff. You're taking cover. Trying to lay down suppressive fire. Trying to get your guys to move. Maybe flank. You don't just want to stay in the same position, right? You just got to get picked off. Got to keep moving. That's the big thing. Look at that. Look at all that huge old... Dude, all these towns got so screwed up. There's bombs and small arms fire grenades. Medics, man, that's a job I do not envy. That's super chaotic. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta attend to these dudes while they're screaming. Hopefully you got some cover. June 6, 1944. We won! Yeah! All right! As it should be with America in charge. Something went wrong. You try to game every part of the mission, right? Beginning, middle, and end. So that everything is as controlled as possible because, I mean, look at this. This is so chaotic, man. Staying under cover, moving, shooting, communicating. Supply line, super important because you can't push too far in, right? You run out of bullets, you run out of food, you run out of medicine. That's it. You're basically stopped. Hand signals. Did a lot of that stuff in training. A little bit, you know, we had a few SOPs for when I was on the team, but mostly we had radios all the time. Always in close communication with one another. We did a lot of CQB stuff, a lot of urban, moving through houses. Right? How to move through a house, how to clear a house, how to do it quickly and efficiently. Keeping communication open. Always just don't be afraid to call something out, right? How long has this game been out? It looks pretty good. Get down, get down. Looks and sounds fun. It's almost like a World War II version of Hold Fast. Got massive groups of guys all trying to push on one objective. I've never played Hold Fast, so if that's not accurate, I'd apologize. You got paratroopers coming in. Airborne, that's where it all started, man. I got to do Airborne school, about 3 weeks long. You go through all the classic training. The kind of stand up, hook up, check your equipment, tucking out the door, landing with your knees soft, you know, trying to roll into it. Those little round parachutes. Not much use for that stuff these days. No massive airborne operations going on. Looking at those houses, I'm sure they did their fair share of house-to-house combat. They probably just had to make it up as they went along. Or did they have CQB-type training back then? Get behind that tree. Come on, Clyde, you can do it. Come on, you gotta live. Live for me. Wrap that bandage. Oh, God! Tree! The Ents are not gonna be pleased. Yeah, you're gonna want to sprint across that. You don't want to be in an open field, man. You're just skylighting yourself. Silhouetting yourself, right? Making yourself an easy target. Yeah, good. I'd move over. Yeah, those bushes are a better idea. Ooh, man. Seeing that cannon right there, man? Would not want to be standing next to it. Dude, no ear pro back then? Crazy. There we go. Now we're moving together. Now we're a squad. Let's get in there. In this game, can you talk to each other? Is there voice chat? Proximity chat? Anything like that? Grenades. Love them. We threw a lot of flashbangs. A lot of crowd control grenades in Iraq, but not... I never threw any frags, any kind of lethal grenades. Mostly just flashbangs. 22, 47, 48, 49. Good cardio. I was in the shape of my life in the Army. All we did was work out and train. It's a good life. I feel like the sound effects and everything pretty realistic. Honestly, I do not know what it's like to hear a bullet whiz by my head. Oh, is that a mortar? Cameron worked with mortars. I never worked with any mortars. Indirect fire, probably pretty handy. Got those small mortars. What size is that? Probably have to do all the math in your head. Probably trained up on that, right? Don't get your own guys. Dude, pushing up, right? See, you got a line there. Get on line. Try not to shoot your own guys, right? You're moving from covered and concealed position to covered and concealed position, right? Trying not to stay out in the open, obviously. Pretty basic stuff. Shimmery! Very good shot. Dude, these poor French people. Oh, coming up on them. Yeah, get that grenade out of there. Let's say frag out. Oh, God. Bad throw. Bad throw. Bad throw. Smoke grenade. Oh, thank God. Oh, my gosh. Okay, good. Smoke. Good for concealment. I mean, if the wind's right. So rough seeing your dudes just drop in front of you. I was spared that experience, thankfully. Nice. Calling in artillery. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, out in the open. Whew, easy red 2. That was pure chaos. But a lot of fun. I like the large-scale battle type format. I feel like big assets are SOP and communication. And that's it, folks. That's Easy Red 2. Let me know what you thought of the game. Have you played it? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more excellent episodes like this, go over to Gamology's homepage and subscribe. If you want to hang out with me a little bit more, go over to Israel Wright at YouTube, where I tell stories about my gaming life. And until next time, folks, take care.